Ever wondered what goes into creating an effective dance class that keeps students moving and motivated? Join me this week as I break down the essential elements of a successful dance class structure. Tune in and discover how to teach, engage, and create a community. Ciao, I'm Anna Harsh, professional dancer, author, and host of The Dance Floor, a podcast that explores the power of dance in our lives through personal stories and interviews with experts. Each episode shares life lessons and advice through the art of dance. Learn how dance inspires confidence, fosters connection, and ways to improve your skills. Whether you are a seasoned dancer or brand new to the art, you'll find something that motivates you in this podcast. So grab your dance shoes and join me on The Dance Floor. Welcome, dancers. I'm your host, Anna Harsh, and today we're diving into how to structure a basic class, whether it's modern or a jazz class. From warm-ups that ignite energy to cool-downs that foster relaxation, I'm going to offer you tips today and advice that experienced instructors use. I want to help you transform your classes into unforgettable experiences. If you're a teacher, a student, or just a dance lover, you will find this episode helpful in creating an engaging and effective dance class experience. So let's jump right in and break down the components of a 1-hour dance class. First up, we have the warm-up, which usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Purpose of the warm-up is to prepare the body for movement and help prevent injuries. We usually start with gentle movements to get the blood flowing, like head rolls, shoulder shrugs, subtle stretches, maybe some plies, some contraction and releases of the spine. As you progress in class, gradually increase the intensity with dynamic stretches, isolating exercises, or perhaps some light cardio to elevate the heart rate. Think about incorporating all the things we know: plies, tendus, rond de jambes, battement, and some simple jazz or modern steps to energize the group. Get them pumping, get them going. Once we've warmed up, it's time for the technique section, which usually lasts about 20 minutes. This is where students can focus on fundamentals and refine their skills. Depending on the class level, you might introduce various techniques such as jazz turns, fall and recoveries, or contractions in modern dance. Ensure to explain and demonstrate each step clearly. You can also break down the technique into smaller components, letting the students practice them in an isolation before integrating them together into a large phrase. This also helps build confidence and their memory skills. The technique section can also include going across the floor, maybe some traveling elements that include turns or leaps, or some elements that you need for your choreography. Speaking of choreography, that's the next element. So we'll move into combinations or a choreography section, which typically is around 15 to 20 minutes. And this is a fantastic way to apply what the students just learned in the technique section. Now you can introduce a short dance combination that emphasizes the techniques you just practiced, or a new piece of choreography that highlights specific styles or styles unique to your class. Encourage your students to express themselves while learning this, and don't forget to provide moments for them to explore their own interpretations of the movement. Give them some guidelines, maybe some dynamics, or slow, fast, high level, low level. Give them some directions and a place to go. Encourage the students to celebrate each other here also. Maybe divide the group into smaller groups, having each group applaud for one another when they finish the combination or the piece of choreography. Now, following the combination, it's essential to include a cool down, which should take 5 to 10 minutes. This segment allows the students to gradually bring their heart rate down and stretch out their bodies. Gentle movements and static stretching can also be very beneficial. Maybe you want to incorporate some yoga stretches or a brief yoga flow. You can also use that in your warm-up, but this is a great way to cool them down or incorporate some breathing exercises and mindfulness to help the students reflect on their practice for the day, reinforcing their connection to their bodies and the movement. This is a great time, again, to celebrate their hard work in class. Let them know that. As teachers, we should say, way to go. You showed up, you worked hard, and let's celebrate that. It's fantastic. Finally, we conclude our class with an open discussion. Just a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes at the end. This is a great time to ask the students questions. How did it go today for you? What did you think? Let them share their thoughts on the class and provide some feedback. It gives you, as the teacher, an opportunity to also reinforce the key points or the themes that you addressed during the class. It also, again, helps build community and remind each other that we are all learning together. Students, don't forget, at the end of the class, you should thank your teacher or an instrumentalist that maybe played for your class. Make sure you go up to them and say, "Thank you for class. This was wonderful today. I appreciate your advice and tips." It does mean everything, and it's the professional thing to do, saying thank you. Okay, I know that was a lot today, so I hope you took some notes. You can always go back and listen again. But to summarize, here is the breakdown of a 1-hour modern or jazz class. Number 1, warm-up, 10 to 15 minutes. Number 2, technique, about 20 minutes. Number 3, combination or choreography, 15 to 20 minutes. Number 4, cool down, 5 to 10 minutes. And number 5, question and answer session, maybe 5 minutes. That's all for today's episode. I'm so glad that you're here learning with me. I hope you found this structure beneficial for your next class, or maybe it gave you some insight on how dance classes are structured and why. Whether you are teaching or dancing, remember the most important thing is to enjoy the movement, connect with each other, and the music. Thanks for listening, everyone, to The Dance Floor. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave 5 stars so we can have others enjoy and learn with us. Visit annaharsh.com to take a class with me online, or join me next time as we explore more exciting topics in the world of dance. Until then, keep moving on the dance floor.